women face a disproportionately high risk of developing Alzheimer's disease, and the reasons behind this troubling statistic go far beyond their longer life expectancy. Research consistently shows that women, regardless of age, are more likely to be affected by this devastating illness. While some contributing factors have been identified, new findings suggest that biological and psychological differences between men and women may be accelerating the onset of Alzheimer's in females. These revelations raise serious concerns, as they indicate that millions of women could be unknowingly at risk, with little awareness or preventative measures in place. One of the key discoveries comes from researchers at Harvard Medical School, who have found that women accumulate the harmful tau protein at a much faster rate than men. This protein, along with amyloid deposits, is known to cause the progressive deterioration of brain function seen in Alzheimer's patients. The study, which analyzed data from over 1,300 Alzheimer's patients, suggests that hormonal shifts during and after menopause may be a driving force behind this dangerous buildup. Estrogen, which has neuroprotective properties, declines significantly in postmenopausal women, leaving their brains more vulnerable to disease. This revelation is deeply unsettling because it means that a natural phase of life could unknowingly push millions of women toward cognitive decline without them realizing the danger. The situation becomes even more alarming when considering additional risk factors that disproportionately affect women. Studies have long indicated a strong connection between chronic stress, depression, and Alzheimer's, with women suffering from these conditions at significantly higher rates than men. Research has even suggested that persistent negative thinking can lead to the accumulation of tau and amyloid proteins in the brain, essentially triggering the same destructive process that characterizes Alzheimer's. Given that women are statistically more prone to anxiety and depression, this means they're facing a double threat, both biological and psychological, without sufficient preventative strategies in place. Another overlooked factor is the impact of cardiovascular health on brain function. After menopause, women experience an increased risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke due to hormonal changes. These conditions, in turn, contribute to poor blood flow to the brain, accelerating cognitive decline. Despite these well-documented risks, women are often underdiagnosed and undertreated for cardiovascular diseases, further compounding their vulnerability to Alzheimer's. The failure to integrate heart and brain health into a unified prevention strategy is a critical shortcoming that could be costing countless women their cognitive abilities later in life. Beyond biological and medical risks, socioeconomic disparities also play a significant role. Women, on average, earn less than men, are more likely to take career breaks for caregiving responsibilities, and often have limited access to quality health care, especially in older age. These financial and social disadvantages can prevent early diagnosis and treatment, meaning that by the time symptoms become noticeable, the disease may have already progressed too far for effective intervention. The lack of awareness and resources dedicated specifically to women's brain health is a glaring failure in public health policy that leaves countless individuals vulnerable. The implications of these findings are deeply troubling. Alzheimer's disease is already a global crisis, with cases expected to rise dramatically in the coming decades. If the increased risk among women continues to be ignored, the burden on healthcare systems and families will reach catastrophic levels. The current approach to Alzheimer's research and treatment is dangerously inadequate, as it fails to address the unique vulnerabilities women face. Medical professionals must begin tailoring prevention and treatment strategies specifically for women, incorporating factors such as hormone therapy, stress management, and cardiovascular care into their recommendations. Equally concerning is the public's lack of awareness regarding these risks. Many women go through menopause without any understanding of the long-term consequences for their brain health. The prevailing misconception that Alzheimer's is simply an inevitable part of aging prevents necessary early interventions that could slow or even prevent cognitive decline. Without urgent action, millions of women will continue to face a heightened risk of one of the most devastating diseases of our time, largely unaware until it is too late. The warning signs are clear, yet the response remains insufficient. The healthcare system must shift toward proactive strategies that address gender-specific risk factors before Alzheimer's takes hold. Awareness campaigns, targeted research, and better access to healthcare resources are desperately needed to prevent the suffering of future generations. Without immediate intervention, the growing crisis of Alzheimer's in women will spiral out of control, leaving families, caregivers, and society as a whole unprepared for the immense challenges ahead. The time to act is now, before millions more are lost to this silent epidemic.